What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're back on one of Jesper's accounts. Yes, the one we all love and know, and it is the Penny account with the Giant Killer hero copy. Absolutely love it. We have an upgraded Punisher of Immortal. We've got pretty much everything ready to go. Tree level 100. Tenants are getting even stronger, as you guys see here. We've got even stronger ones. Probably could afford to start. Oh no, I guess we can't. Never mind. I take that back. I was gonna say maybe you can put more stellar shards in other heroes. Not quite yet. And of course we have Scarlet Queen Halora. We have some Ignite and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is see how far we can push in Vanquisher. Vanquisher should not be all that difficult. I believe we can get through it. We already did a couple planets that seemed really easy, and we waited till the last day to make sure we have everything we need. I believe this is the team we're gonna run here. Adding the Tix Ghost in helps a little bit. We have you. No Core of Origin, but honestly, this should not be very difficult for Penny to do. It's just gonna come down to avoiding, like, I think the double Garuda waves are the ones that really hurt us. Even carries aren't that big of a deal. However, if they dodge and we don't crit the carry, that is when it feels a little bit on the bad side. But we do have Giant Killer. We literally hit the Penny right there. Oh no, not the Penny. We hit the Garuda with the Penny, but the Penny Penny went boom. So let's just watch a couple of these, then we'll skip through what planets we've already beaten, which isn't too many of them. I think a lot of this is going to be easy. Again, if there's too many Garudas in a lineup though, it might feel a little bad. The first round Penny literally whiffed, as you guys can see here. Eesh. Oh, it's the Garuda active that just, like, this right here, probably not a good planet. This one, I don't think will be that difficult. I don't think necessarily we need to go and get protection until groups, like planet groups 3 and 4. I think until then we'll be okay. Now, there's a speed swap. Still go first though. That's cool. I'll take that for sure. Tons of you, but again, most of these, if they don't have multiple Garuda, like this one, I'll show you one attack right here. I think the double Garuda is going to be too much of an issue because there's going to be too much healing between them, and then they also have active abilities that will completely wreck our faces. But we can see what happens with this Penny. The round 2 active, as long as it doesn't hit a carry. So, like, it took one of them out, and then it kind of comes down to the RNG of it. And again, people keep dying, which means like we might be able to do it even here. I mean, yeah, see, we even pulled it off on that one there, so we should be able to skip most of these. I think it might be, honestly, the Amun-Ra shields that really kind of screws over, because Amun-Ra prevents the attack, meaning there's no splash AoE, anything like that. So let's see how many planets we can kind of just skip through here. We've already beaten some of these. Actually, how many have we beaten previously? We got 2-4, so we got through here pretty easily. Again, we might need to re-roll a couple planets if they're a little tricky. Honestly, I wonder if it's the Ada that's really being annoying here. Let's watch this one. We'll watch at least one from each grouping if we're stuck on it. That's perfect. Chances are we might have lost because we weren't hitting the carries. Could very well be one of the issues here. No Amun-Ra shield round 1, that's fine. We're getting ping damage, which is good. And then Penny round 2 active, yeah, clears it out pretty simply. Nice and easy. Okay, on to Vanquisher 4. This is where we need to start using these protection signets, because otherwise we have 90% all damage reduction. So did we get lucky on any of these planets? The answer is 1. We got 1 planet with protection, but even if we do have protection, we're still getting an 18% reduction in all damage dealt. Instead of 90, it's 18. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely doable, but this is where we previously got to, I believe. So we'll have to see how far we can take this. Oh my gosh, this Penny is just wrecking house. I love it. But again, we're gonna have to roll, and this is where it's gonna get a little sketchy. We need the protection to have any type of chance. Yeah, I wonder if it's honestly the Adas that are causing this issue, because anytime Ada's in a lineup, it almost feels like we're struggling a little bit, doesn't it? It definitely feels that way. Also, if Amun-Ra does land a curse on Penny and then the Ignis full heals, like that right there, we just instantly die. Honestly, maybe we shouldn't even be using the Ignis because it does make it a low HP target for enemies to hit, and the healing curse portion is kind of annoying at times. We could just throw like Fairy Queen Vesa in instead, and maybe honestly it's that Amun Ra that's really getting us here. We can't beat this planet, so we're gonna have to do a reroll. Of course, we get something super easy after that, which is sweet. We do need to go for Fortress again. I don't know if I really want to spend gems here though, because this does seem like one that we're gonna have to do a lot of re-rolling on planets potentially. That should be easy. Yeah, anything without a Garuda though, I think we're kind of good. Honestly, we could even try a couple attempts against ones that, no, never mind. That's way too much damage reduction. Yeah, there we go. We got 31 through this mode. That's not too bad. Again, levels 1 and 2, areas 1 and 2 aren't that big of a deal for Penny because she doesn't really care as much about having energy drain. So this one here we might be able to clear up since we already have protection on it. Felt like a pretty weak hit though. It did feel kind of weak, to be honest, didn't it? Where'd that curse go? Okay, it went on the Sherlock. That's fine. Takes Ghost on the Garuda. Honestly, not bad at all. Although Garuda does have an active, which means she's going to go back to full HP, and we're going to die. Ugh. I think we can beat this one pretty easily, though. The Faith Blade seems like a non-issue. Really just lining up the damage. To be honest, the front line is really tanky because they could either... it's just a lot of tanky hits, so we'll come back to that planet. We'll roll Fortress Protection here. Again, I don't think this is going to be an issue, but I'm wondering if the combination of Amun Ra and Ada is what's really starting to wreck Penny. Okay, this time's not a big deal if she gets it. Nope, Tick's got the healing curse anyway. It's just that active. It's like, Garudas are so disgusting. Even to this day, Garuda's survivability in a full 6v6 PvP, or like, I mean, this is technically PvE, but it feels like a PvP battle is just like so dominating. So dominating. In reality, I should probably be putting Sherlock in slot 1 too. It'll help keep some heroes alive potentially for Garuda actives. Because like, she's dead. Yeah, there's no way she lives through that one. Let's put you in the front row and see if that changes anything whatsoever. Belrain dying is also going to mean more healing too. Already feels a little better because we have some more heroes alive at this point. So Garuda's hits might not hit Penny. But again, we need our heroes to survive to hit Garuda to get rid of the shield. Otherwise, this... Oh, actually, you know what? The carry reviving came in clutch. Oh no, we hit the bubble shield. That's not good. We're gonna die, aren't we? Yep. So it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. It's just gonna take a certain number of tenths, and I don't know how many gems we want to invest in this run, or just use it as a trial run for the time being. Because yeah, some of these waves, we're gonna waste way too many attacks trying to go in on it. We might as well just swap it up. My goodness, we're actually struggling more than I thought we would. Having Garuda in the front row should be a good thing. Penny is locked out, which is pretty good. She actually reflected the Horrify. Or Sherlock reflected the Horrify, but then we didn't crit the Ada? Is that what just happened there? I mean, I guess it works. How many gems are we at on this count? 27,000. So it is a decent amount. But again, we're going to have to roll protection on every one of these planets again. And when we get unlucky like that, feels like it lowers our chances of actually being successful here. Oh my god, Penny didn't crit. Hold on. Is everything actually correct on Penny? Or have I been running this hero not set up properly? Technically, we don't need speed on her, so like we are missing some damage. We should be running her more like that. 91%. I mean, it's not 100, which mathematically is a factual statement. So 9% of the time, we will not crit. Does feel kind of bad. She's getting that all damage dealt bonus from the Royal Guard ability from Scarlet Queen Halora, which is why you need Scarlet Queen Halora, even if she's just here as a E5 hero just to like be fodder. Man, we keep getting so many Transcendence protection, but we're just completely whiffing on Fortress on so many of these. I feel like if we had a Transcendence hero, Vanquisher would have been so easy just because the amount of protection nodes we actually received. A tanky lineup, which means we're dead. Hello? Yeah. This is gonna be tricky. We only have 8 more attempts. I think we might just use this one for knowledge and move on to next week's attempt. Because again, I feel like we're just gonna be running out of resources, and now that we know a little bit better what enemies to avoid instead of wasting attacks, we can literally, oh wow, we still won even though we whiffed on the round 1 active. We have a better idea of what waves to avoid and use our rerolls on, because if we're just wiping like this left, right, and center, it's not going to be very successful. I do think though this is going to be the last really difficult wave. Vanquisher Area 3 is the last one, but again, I don't want to spend gems right now if we don't have to. And I would much rather just save this up, wait for next week, and see if we can push a little further, because it does seem like Vanquisher Area 3 is going to be the hardest one for us. We're going to have to reroll away from things like Amun-Ra, it seems like. Because Amun-Ra is a pain in my butt right now. Of course, the Garuda is still the #1 issue, mainly because for active in round 2 sometimes just completely destroys us. Maybe running a carry in this lineup would be a little more beneficial. I mean, it is more the Garuda than anything else, and not having heroes that can survive. So if we don't have any carries, so we'll have to go to the drawing board. We'll figure it out. We'll come back next week. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one, see some more penny action later in the week. I'll see you guys then.